Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode on the Mindful SMP server. Kruncky here, we're now on episode 5 of this multiplayer adventure. And as you can see, we're here at the base and we're followed by a few feathery friends of ours. That's right, we got ourselves some parrots. Chimpey, Lautner and I were out exploring and we found ourselves in the jungle. Basically, we decided we didn't really know where the other side of the ocean was. Let me put these birds back. But yeah, we went over in this direction and we decided that we're just going to go find the other side of the ocean, and we ran into a jungle and I found a bird. I said, let's catch the bird. And Chimpey, Lautner, they got themselves some birds, and I really didn't want a bird. But they said, hey, we got our birds, you should get one too. And I got a bird, I got another bird. I ended up getting 4 birds, these 4 here, but I didn't get the blue one. Nobody got the blue one, so I was kind of bothered by not having all the colored birds. Like, I had the 4 colors, the red, gray, cyan, and green, but I didn't have the blue. So I went back in the jungle and I found myself another blue bird. But yeah, that's the story of these birds. But I want to show you the little clip that we got while we were over in the jungle. So I'm gonna break over to that real quickly.
Oh no!
Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I have 7.
Wait, I think there's 2. Oh, I'm up here.
Where's the bird?
Hi.
Oh, he's over there.
Lautner
right
looks to the south and up in the tree. You should see the red bird.
There's a red bird?
Yeah, like
No.
the tree which you're right in front of. Look up.
Okay, real quick. Lautner, here's your seeds. Oh, I see the red bird up there. Cool. Nice!
Yes!
Yay! And then Lautner up there, there's a red bird. How many seeds you got? Krunky, Lautner, what did we find here?
A jungle temple.
Birds.
Yeah, let's explore. It's
Actually, my first one I think I found.
It's my first one in a
Yeah,
long
like-
time, I can tell you that. After you, Lautner. Hope you have torches.
I do.
Cuckoo.
Wait, I gotta figure this out.
Oh,
Or you could just break it in.
there's 2 diamonds. I'll give it to
Oh.
you 2. 1 and 1. All yours.
I've got plenty
I
of
just wanna make
diamonds.
a jukebox.
Oh, we can make a jukebox.
Yeah,
No, we need a
make
disc.
jukebox
We need a
here.
disc.
Wait,
Is
there
the
might
one
be a
with
disc
the
here.
Diamonds.
Ah! Oh, there's no disc here. Ow!
What was in there?
Just golden iron.
Oh.
I'll take the bone.
I'll take the gold and iron, and then you guys get a diamond each. I think that's fair.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool.
I just want to make a jukebox. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah,
Was
cool.
that
And
it?
then we got birds. You know, I thought there was a lot more in here. I haven't been in here since like 1.4.
Yeah, I really thought it was. Oh, it was
All right, don't forget your diamonds.
I got mine.
Got it. Thank you.
Cool. You both got one? Just want to make sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I got one.
Krunky, you get one too?
I got mine.
Want to make sure Lautner's sharing. Sharing's
Oh, here.
caring. All right,
Oh,
let's
here.
Oh, where are those cats at?
So I hope you enjoyed that little mini adventure that Lautner, Chimpey, and I had. But we're back at the base. And as you can see here, this is what we were working on in the last episode. We had that platform up there, as well as this little entrance going down here. You might see all the little broken grass over here, and that's because I had a spoiler wall up, just so that people wouldn't spoil my build. But yeah, let's head in. You'll notice over here that our walls are still kind of covered in dirt. We need to fix that at some point. But here in the base, I took the time to kind of clear out the area and laid out this outline for our elevator. We're going to be dropping down in here. This goes up all the way to the center of the base. And then I also cleared out these holes in the walls. These are going to each of the pillars. And right here is the middle point of each of the pillars. So this will be the elevators for each of the pillars. But you're going to notice something. We have 5 platforms and we only have 4 entrances. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to find a different way up. I kind of want to use this to go all the way up to the top and only the top. And those are kind of off to the side. So this one right here, I think I'm going to put 2 elevators in. And there's going to be 1 drop. The 1 drop is going to be in the middle. And so 1 is going to go up to the first floor and 1 is going to go up to the top. Over here, you'll see that we also have our entrance to our mining shaft. And I'm also going to have the same kind of thing here where we have 1 going down and 1 coming up. But yeah, that is how this place is coming out. So I'm going to go gather some materials and I'll be right back. And we're back. And you may have noticed in the lower corner over here, you'll see a fishing rod. And you're probably thinking he's probably AFK fishing. And no, that's not the case. I'm actually doing legitimate fishing. I haven't really found all that much, but you know, I feel it's better than AFK fish farming. But yeah, so we're back here at the base. I got myself some lime stained glass. And I'm going to go ahead and start clearing out this area here. We're going to replace these slabs with the lime glass. So let me grab that here. And yeah, so we're going to grab this glass. We're going to throw it in here. Like so. And I think I'm going to jump up here and I need to clear out this dirt up here. This is actually going to take a while because I don't actually have a shovel with me. So I'm going to go grab a shovel and I'll clear this area out and I'll be back in a little bit. And we're back. I grabbed myself a shovel and I dug out all this area. So you can see here, we've dug all the way down to our little subway station. And we're going to head down there and we're going to start building with that green, the lime green stained glass. And yeah, I think I'm going to turn this into a time lapse. It's going to be a really short one as there's not a whole lot that needs to get built, but I'm going to jump up here, start building, and I'll see you guys at the time lapse. There you have it. We have the shaft going up to the top, as you can see over here. If I can get a better view, it does go all the way to the top. You might see that that platform up there is actually going into the glass, but it doesn't actually interfere with the mechanism. At least not this part. I am concerned about it when we put in the rails because it'll swirl up, and once it does, it might run into, so it'll swirl up like this. It might run into the platform up there, but I'm hoping it won't. If not, we can just turn around and hopefully it'll avoid that. But yeah, let's head down here. There's some things that we need to do to make this dropping mechanism work. We're going to grab a sign real quick, if I can sign. So here's a sign. The rails are going to go up on this side, but yeah, we're going to put the sign in here. We are going to drop some water in here, and I like to do 2 layers of water because servers tend to lag a bit. And if there's only one, there's a chance that the lag will cause you to fall down and just die. And we don't want that, so I always put in 2 layers when I'm working in a server. But yeah, we got that in there. The next thing we want to do is we want to start working on the rail system. So I'm going to go over here and we're going to grab ourselves a powered rail. And yeah, power rail is good for now. We're just going to put the powered rail down. It's going to need a block to go on top of that, so we're going to use probably... Do we have any oak? Yeah, so we're going to use this oak. It's going to go on top of the oak. And then, so we're going to put the rail on there. And it needs to be powered with a redstone block. So we're going to put down the block of redstone and put a rail on top of that, powered rail. And then it's going to go up 1 more. And I don't remember if it goes up 1 more and then turns, or it goes up and then up 1 more and then turns. I'll have to figure that out. But, yeah, I actually don't have any more oaks, so I'm going to need to go gather some wood, and I'll be back in a bit. So the problem that I was concerned with running into this platform actually happened. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to try to go on the other side, and hopefully it'll swirl in the opposite direction. and avoid this platform. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to break this all down, and we're going to head down and build it all back up. We built it one more time, except in the opposite direction. You'll see that it just barely avoided this platform. Now, I probably could have cleared this area out, but I figured it would look a little bit better if it was all kind of integrated and kind of built around it. So that's kind of the idea behind that. But yeah, it's working pretty well. It's going all the way up to the top, and all we got to do is break a few blocks and finish it up, and we should be done with this portion of the elevator. So there you have it. We have the glass in, we got the rails in, and it goes all the way up to the top. Things are looking beautiful. So we're going to head down here real quick. We need to start working on the launching mechanism, but this is the slip gator minecart elevator. It's where you get in the cart, it goes all the way up, gets broken down, you get sent back down into the system. But we're going to make a few modifications to make this work a little bit better. Normally use a button, but we're going to be using a pressure plate. But in order to do so, we need to find a place to put that pressure plate, which will probably be right about here. And yeah, so we're going to put that pressure plate there, and we're going to break down this area here so that we can put in the redstone. So yeah, let's break this down, and let's break this down so we can get it out. Break this block here as well as this block over here. Actually, we're going to need to put that block back in, and we're going to need to put that block in as well. We're going to put his dispenser down facing upwards so that we can launch the cart in. We're going to grab a powered rail, place it on top, and yes, we also need to put a solid block behind this because carts can't launch off of glass. We haven't decided how we're going to design the rest of this area, so for now we're just going to leave that stone block in. We'll figure it out and replace it later, but for now that's going to work. But we need to put in our redstone here. We're going to put a redstone torch in this corner over here, and that's going to power the rails on top of it. And we need to clear out some more room for the redstone. And I think I need to put a block right there and break this block down here. We're going to grab some redstone dust and place it one under here and one going into this block here. Yep, that's good. And we're going to place the redstone also here and facing into that block as well. So what's going to happen is we're going to step on the pressure plate. That's going to power that torch, which is going to turn off the rails. This will also light up and send out a cart. But since we're standing on this pressure plate, the cart will not launch. And then once we get on the cart, it'll actually unpower that, which will power the rails. And then off we'll go. So that's how this system will work. We're going to put some stone to block everything out here, except I need to put some hoppers in here real quick. So we're going to break these back down, grab our hoppers, and we're going to have one hopper going in there, and the hopper there, and one there. But actually, I want to break this down so that we can, direct it in a different direction. I think putting a hopper here and here will make it a little bit easier to cover it up because we can just put a carpet over that. But yeah, that's pretty much our system done. We're going to grab our pressure plate, not redstone. We're going to grab our pressure plate. Let's try that again. We're going to grab our pressure plate, put it down, and we'll fill this up with some mine carts. And as you can see, when we jump on this pressure plate here, we're going to get a cart. The powered rails are going to go off. As long as we're standing on that, we're good. Once we get in the cart, the powered rails will power up and we'll be sent off to the top. And from here on, it's just the typical slipgator minecart elevator, and then we're at the top. But I haven't put in the system that breaks down the cart yet, so we'll see them in a bit. But we're going to head up to the top, and once we get a cactus in here, it should break down the cart, put in the hopper system, and then throw it back down so that it goes into the hopper down there. And hello, cart. And then everything should be good. So that is the system, and things are looking good. So I had mentioned a couple times how I wanted to use a 5-way selector rail system, and I spent some time to design something out, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to use it on this build. But I did want to show you guys because I feel really proud of this system. Basically, you have your 5 levels and you have a call cart button. We're going to go ahead and press this call cart button. You'll notice that behind this cart, there's no launching block. Basically, we have a circuit that sends a block up, which will allow it to launch off, and it'll pop up right about here. I'll show you how this works real quick. We'll hit the 3rd floor and you'll see that piston come up and the cart goes off. And right now it's currently set up to go into a return system, as you see there. But yeah, I'll show you the redstone for this. It was actually really incredibly complex, but yet as compact as it can be. I'm really proud of this. Like, there's a lot of systems that went into this. There's unidirectional circuits. There are, let's see, if we look over here, we have locking repeaters, pulse extenders, and the works. I mean, this has pretty much everything that could be in it. So as you can see, we have a color for each circuit, and each circuit it has 1 floor per circuit, except for this one. This one actually only powers this rail, as well as, let's see if I can find it, this piston down here, which will allow for the launching mechanism. But yeah, we're gonna demonstrate here. We'll call the cart, hit the 1st floor, and you'll see that it goes into here, which would go to the 1st floor of the 1st platform of the base. Call the cart again, go to the 2nd one. You'll see this go off into the 2nd and back into our return system. We'll call the cart once more, hit the 3rd floor, and you saw this, but you didn't see it actually go. And you can see it goes into this rail right here. We got 2 more paths right over here. And then we'll call the cart again, hit the 4th floor, and you'll see that piston comes up and it'll send this cart all the way this way. And last but not least, we have the 5th floor. So we'll call the cart once more, hit the 5th floor, and you'll see that it goes yet again into a different path. So like I said, this would go into each of the pillars and send it off to each of the platforms. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use this. I will try to use this in a future build, but for this current build, it's not going to work. But I wanted to show you basically how it is riding in. So we'll just get in, hit the 2nd floor, and we're off. And this will go up, hit the cactus, and the cart goes back into the system. So I also wanted to show you the locking repeater system. Basically, when you hit the 2nd floor, you'll see that this repeater locks so that this rail cannot be powered, and that allows it to go into the rail, the rail system that we want it to. But yeah, I mean, it was a great idea. It works great for getting up. But the only problem is there's no way to get back down, because a lot of people mentioned that maybe I should try to using a drop chute, and I wanted to, but if I drop down here and my pillar was here, we'll drop down and you'll see that we're kind of in the middle of this mess and there's no real good way to get out. So that's kind of why I scrapped this idea, but I do want to use it in the future. Now with that said, I am going to be using a drop chute system, and basically there's going to be that one in the middle, but also in each of these pillars there's going to be a drop system for us to get down. But in order for me to do that, I need to make some water sources, and we're going to go with the 2x2 system because it's the easiest to work with. And we're going to grab some water. We're not going to use that right now, but basically I want to be able to drop in the middle of this. This is going to be where we have the 2 going up and the 1 going down. And I think I need to clear out some more area, maybe. I think it's this block. It's kind of hard to tell when it looks like this, but I think this is where I need to go. I need to fill that in, clear that out, get that out of the way. And that's going to be where we're going to go up. So let's put an outline around it. And that one's going to be our down. So we're going to clear this as well. And this is really confusing trying to dig it out, but let's clear that out of the way. I think those can go. That's going to be our up, so that was wrong. That one, yeah, that looks right. So yeah, basically we have our down, we have an up on this side. Let's try to fill this in so it's easier to see. But yeah, we got our down here. We'll go in. That's the down chute. This is 1 up. This is 1 up. And like I said, that's the down. So that is basically going to be our system. Thanks to 1.13, we can use the new mechanism of soul sand underwater, and that'll actually provide us the elevator that we need. However, since this is an open area, we need something to kind of block it off. And so for that, we have some fence gates. I just grabbed some screws because it's what I had. And that'll allow us to get in, and it'll keep the water from flowing out. But we can still get out of the middle. We can get into each of the floors. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We need to dig up and start building this up all the way to the platform. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. So again, I need to kind of figure out how I'm going to prettify this place. That's not important for now. Basically, we got our elevator up. You'll see that these fence gates are keeping the water from flowing out, but it also allows us to get in. So we're going to get in, and you'll see real quick, we're up at the top already. And we got this system so that we can kind of be shot out in this direction. And that's being held back by this gate over here. But as you'll see, we're on this first floor, the first platform that we made, which is great because we can now get rid of that grass path. You'll see we can drop down here and we're back into our subway system. So that's looking pretty good. I need to go ahead and do that here. This is a little bit higher. I'm not exactly sure how much higher. Let's go ahead and check. I love that. That's so quick. But yeah, we need to build up to the next floor, which is the next one up. So that's not too bad. Just need to go ahead and build up a little bit more, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. So we got that all finished. We're going to quickly jump up here, and this is actually going to the first platform. You can see that we can go out, you know, we can talk to our parrots or whatever, and we want to go back down. We can just jump in here, and we're back at the subway system. Now if we want to go up to the second platform, all we got to do is jump in here, and we are up. So this is basically the same system as before, but now we're on the second platform. We can go over here, we can fish, we can do whatever. And you can see we are on the second platform. So all we got to do if we want to get back down is jump in this hole, and we are back in the subway station. So that's one done. We still got another 2 rooms to go. We got to do this room right here as well as this room over here. And yeah, basically this has 1 drop down and 2 going up, whereas each of these 2 will have the same drop down, except it's only going to have 1 going up. So we're going to have 1 going down, 1 going up, but I'm going to build that off camera, and I'll see you guys in a bit. So it's been quite some time since I last recorded, but I have gotten all of my systems up. You'll see that one there as well as this one over here. But you already saw how this one worked, and I just wanted to show you quickly this system as well. I mean, it's the same system, but it goes to different floors. And you're probably asking, what is this big lump of sand? And so to quickly explain, I was having some recording issues. Everything you saw up until now was just voiceover recorded over my actual footage. Turns out I was recording without audio, and I got kind of upset and decided I needed a break and just went to sleep. So before I did that, I wanted to cover it up all with sand. So just in case I was doing any recording, that this wouldn't get spoiled and that I'd be the one that would release this to the public. But yeah, so that's why that's there. You'll also see that, see over here, we have our spoiler wall over our pathway, because neither the last episode or this episode has gone out yet. This episode hasn't gone out, obviously, but the last episode hasn't gone out either, and I just don't want it to be spoiled yet. But we're going to head back down, and I'll quickly show you the last platform. This is actually the tallest other than that one right there. We head up to the top, and this one takes a little bit longer, but still pretty quick. And you'll see we're here at the very top, sans that one. And just to show you that with this system, I can drop down without dying. This is a pretty hefty fall, but I'm in with no problem. So one last thing I need to do is I need to head up to the top of here and work on the cart return system. You see that this is really dark with and we also have a cart blocking the path, but this is really dark with all the sand. So I'm probably gonna have to do the rest of this build off camera. I'll have to clear up some of the stuff at the top just so I can have room to work, but let me see if I can catch this cart. Nice. We have got our system fully functional. I added a few bits here just to keep people from going back here because there's nothing. And also when you hit this, I don't want people to accidentally walk off of it and just launch up the cart. Only problem is you can hardly see the cart, so I might change this out for some stairs in the future. Again, this design is not finalized, Anyways, we'll jump in the cart, we'll hop up, and we'll make our way to the top to see the progress that we've made. And as you can see, the cart broke down and it shoots it down to the bottom. So I had to do a little bit of trickery to get this to work. Normally, if I wanted to put the dispenser on this level where the hopper is, it just wouldn't have worked because there wasn't enough room because of this. And I don't like that there's a hopper there, but it's hardly visible. I might change this floor out for solid wood, maybe. We'll see. We put some glass in here so people can't accidentally walk down, and since it is glass, they can pass right through it on the cart, and everything is set. I still have part of my cover on, and I'm going to be covering it back up once I'm finished with this. But as you can see, you can enter here from any side. You saw us going up, and just to go down, all you gotta do is walk in the middle, and you are dropped down into here. And as you can see, these hoppers will pick up anything that dropped down. Let's clear that out real quick, and you can see we have all our carts in here. So this was working pretty well. I'm going to put this all back as it was. And yeah, that's all that she wrote. So let's hop up one last time and I'll do my outro from the top. So this is a bit of an odd place to do an outro, but I'm at the top of my build and you can see there's a dark oak log that has been taken out at the top. I believe it got hit by lightning. Chimpey had told me that I should probably cover my base so that it doesn't catch fire, but you know, lightning only happens when there's rain and rain puts out fire. Speaking of, that is beautiful timing. But anyways, I feel that, you know, we got a lot of progress today. I have my weird cover over my elevator, but we got our elevator done. We got 4 elevators done, 5 to be exact. And yeah, a bunch of progress. I don't think I'm going to work on this in the next episode because we've spent so much time here already. I think I need a little break, work on something new and exciting. But at least the base is functional. We can get in, we can get out, we can start putting things in the top floors. And after a couple of episodes, after I work on some other things, I'll probably come back and do some aesthetic, you know, changes to the base. There are some things that just don't look right, such as the top of these pillars, and there's just more that I want to do to this, but I don't want to spend too many episodes working on this. So again, I'm going to work on some other things for the next couple of episodes, and we'll return to this after that to start making this pretty. But anyways, if you like this episode, you should head down, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed already, you should go down, hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much, as that means so much to me. But yeah, that's all we got for today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night. See ya.